I don't know what time it is. Hello, Facebook. I am just getting ready for day 5 of the 21-day mindset reset. So I'm going to jump on super fast. I just shared it on my page. Yeah, we're live. So how is everybody doing this nice snow day that we had? Okay, yeah, we're good to go. Today is all about the scarcity mindset versus the abundance mindset. So I'm just going to get everything set up. Here we go. All right, there's such a glare in my glasses. So I'm not sure who's on because it's really hard to see if anybody's on. It's pretty late. We actually just got the Loic to bed. We were playing some board games and then everybody got all hyper and it's hard to get people to bed after. So yeah, if you are on and you can hear me, just let me know. Give me a thumbs up that you can hear me. I'm gonna just make sure that this connection is on because I am not sure if I'm live. So I'm gonna just check. Technology is fabulous like that. I can check, and I think I am live. Okay, cool. I can see myself. Sweet. Okay, so we're just going to jump on because I do have a lot that I want to get done before bed. Tonight is going to be another late night. So scarcity versus abundance. Okay, let's get right into it. Scarcity mindset, and I'm actually going to share a few quick stories from my personal life that I'm living right now. Scarcity mindset. This is basically where like most of society lives. Hello, if you jump on, I can't see who's here, but just give me a thumbs up and let me know you're here. You can hear me, you can see me. Tonight is day 5 of the mindset reset. 21 videos in 21 days-ish. Because I probably will take Sundays off. We'll see. So yeah, mindset reset. So today is day 5. We're doing scarcity versus abundance. So this is huge. It's a huge game shift in your life. I'm going to share some personal stuff as well, as always. So scarcity mindset. This is pretty much where most of society lives. I'm going to see if this looks better. Probably better, yeah. Most of society lives in the scarcity mindset. What do I mean by that? I mean that we, it's like the people who see the glass as half empty. Marketing gets us with scarcity, so like they sell on our pain points. Usually these pain points are stuff that they have already self-imposed to make us want to buy the things that we think we need. What else? Scarcity can happen in like, dieting, right? So that's one big one I know for a fact. The way we view our food, if we think that it's scarce, we are more prone to restrict and binge and have really unhealthy cycles with that. Scarcity in relationships, right? So I'm going to stick with this one person because nobody else will want me. Things like that. The scarcity story that I want to share with you right now, if anybody's doing my Ditch the Debt free challenge, right, my number one tool that I'm using to help us get out of debt. It's all about the groceries. Man, the struggle is real. So Amanda, this morning, I shared it on my FTG private group, and Amanda was commenting that she's heard so much about the cream story. Oh, sorry, here we go. That the struggle is real. So scarcity. We are cramming what we can to pay off the debt. Okay, so so my number one trick that we're using, and if you're not doing that free 7-day challenge, just jump on. I might teach you something new. You might teach me something new because I love when the women respond back with other tricks. It's really cool. So my number one trick that I'm doing is groceries, and this is a really cool one, ladies. I don't go to the grocery store more than once a week. Because when I would go 2 or 3 times, it was easy an extra $200 to $300, if not more, per visit. So it was like, no, cut that, ixnay. I go every 6 days, and the struggle is real. So I'm due to go to groceries actually on Saturday. And yesterday I opened up, okay, if anybody knows me, we're talking scarcity. I have a thing there, it's called non-negotiables when it comes to my food. And that's just because of the way that, you know, the unhealthy patterns I used to have with food, from the binging and the restricting and all that, then now I have things that I call non-negotiables. A huge non-negotiable for me is to have my half and half cream in my coffee, because when I was a figure girl, it wasn't really allowed, okay? So I'm at a point now where it's like, no, that's now a non-negotiable for me. Like, it's something that I have, it's preemptive, it's awesome, I have it every day, makes me feel good. I don't feel like I need to, you know, go all out on weekends, because I give myself little treats preemptively to just avoid having the feeling that I'm restricting or being too, you know, having too many food rules and stuff like that. So side note, half and half cream is huge for me. I drink my coffee with just that. And yesterday I opened up my little, it was just a little one of half and half cream. I opened it up yesterday at 2. So this morning I go to add it to my coffee and it was empty. Now, my kids know that when they go through the milk, it's gone. Like we use other strategies. They don't suffer food-wise. So again, the scarcity ploy that we were living in is that if our cupboards are not, you know, busting out full, and if my freezer is not busting out full and my fridge is not busting out full, then we must not have anything to eat, which is false. So we just get creative with stuff. So I have a little guy who got creative and drank my cream. So this morning I'm like, what? Oh my goodness. So the struggle was real, and I had a moment of like, okay, well, I'll just go to the store. But see, the thing is that no, I'm breaking the rule. Like, so if we're talking about scarcity, that's just a side note. I had to bring myself to being like, no, get creative, use your unsweetened almond milk, put a bit of agave or honey or whatever it was I grabbed, and it was fine. But it was a moment that I went there, and Mark was like, just go. And then I was like, well, if I go, then I might as well get milk, and I might as well get, you know, groceries is like, I'm probably going to do groceries actually tomorrow night. Okay, because I think Saturday I'm too busy. So it's that mindset of like, oh, if I don't go now, if I don't do this thing now, you know, if I don't buy this thing now, if I don't eat this food now, like it's the fear of that whatever it is not being there. So scarcity, a lot of society lives in it. Now I'm going to teach you a way to practice the abundance mindset. Again, if people are joining, just give me thumbs up that you can hear me, because I'm not sure if it froze. Sometimes it does that. I'm just going to check. Mark was actually playing with the cables downstairs this afternoon, I should say. I think I'm still on. Am I still on? I am still on. Okay, good. Good. Okay, so abundance. Let's get right into the abundance. Abundance is different. Scarcity would be like you see everything as a pie, and we can use it even in regards to like if you look at other women, like, oh, she's so pretty. That means that I'm not, right? So it's like a pie. Somebody has a nice career. They do something awesome, and you're like, oh, right? So we think that it's a pie, and they took a huge chunk out of it. So that would be a good way to depict scarcity. Okay, abundance is like, it's not a zero-sum world. Abundance is, wow, there's more where that came from. There's more where that came from. We're not stuck on feeling like, you know, it's just like a one handout and you get nothing. Okay, so abundance is actually like when you can flip that switch. It's the people who see things as the glass half full, right? They're like, oh, okay, well, they get creative, right? So it's a different mindset, and it's a better place to be from, a healthier place. Yes, I am checking my notes because I get floaty. So you can use scarcity. A lot of times we'll have scarcity. We'll see, like yesterday on my day 4, somebody had shared a really nice comment with me, and I thought that really, it was touching. A lot of times, sometimes women, I'm tired. I think I need more coffee. We're afraid to give out a compliment, or we're afraid to say something nice, not because we're mean, but because maybe somewhere deep down inside we're struggling with that, oh, if I say that, then it takes away from me. Okay, so sometimes there's a little bit of that happens, or, you know, a little bit of the jealousy, which is totally fine. Like emotions, like feelings are never logical. They're not, but they are invitations. I honestly believe that they are invitations to go deep. So if you want to know which mindset you're living from, like this morning, I was living from the scarcity mindset. Okay. So the minute I was like, oh, I have no more half and half cream. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? It's like the end of the world. I should go out in the storm, go get myself, like scarcity, when I had other things. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to know what mindset you're in and how to reframe it to get back to the abundance mindset. So if you want to know what mindset you're in, right away, when something like this happens, like if you see somebody who gets a good promotion at work, or somebody who looks really, really good, or, you know, they change whatever, they change careers, they got a new hairstyle, all this stuff, what is the first thing that lights up inside you? Is it like jealousy? Is it maybe you're upset, disappointed? Like, all depending on where those emotions are coming from, that's your invitation to go do the work on yourself. So how do you celebrate other people's successes? And P.S., there's no such thing as luck. When it comes to hard work, there's no such thing as luck. So if you see somebody who's like all of a sudden an overnight success, I'm going to tell you, like I tell my kids all the time, it's big for kids now, these YouTubers and stuff like that. I get it. You know, I tell them all the time, there's no such thing as luck. The people that they're watching, those YouTubers, they have put in the work. It's repetition, repetition, repetition. They get back up. They fail. They suck at something. They get back up. They make it better. They go again. They go again. So it's not about overnight success, overnight luck. Okay, if you have that feeling that you know somebody in your life, or you follow somebody in your life, and you're like, oh man, that girl's just lucky, or that person's just lucky, actually go back and do some research and see how much time they put in. They were just doing the time. That's all it is. Time. Patience, patience, patience. Get back up. Keep showing up. So right away, there's no such thing as luck. So you can put that on the back end. People who have an abundance mindset, they realize that. They're like, oh, so then they're going to celebrate the other person's success, or they're going to celebrate whatever it is. So how are you feeling in that situation? This morning with my half and half cream, I was definitely living the scarcity mindset, and I was like, oh my gosh, the struggle is real. I can't do this. So scarcity and abundance, these mindsets you flip in and out of all the time. Okay, it's not like you're in abundance and you're there for the rest of your life there. Not at all. Mindset is always, it's constant work, constant work. So depending on where you sit when with somebody else's success, or with something else happening in your life, I'm going to tell you right now, the grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. So just like I tell my kids, you want to be a YouTuber, you got to do the work. It's not going to happen overnight. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. You can't be scared of, you can't be afraid to not put something out because it's not perfect. You just do the work. You just do the work. Same thing when it comes to nutrition and exercise and relationships. You just put in the work. It's not a magical formula. It's just consistency. That's all it is. So if you want to know the number one tool that I'm going to show you right now to help you flip that switch. So if you're stuck in scarcity and you're having that, like this morning, I was having that panic attack of like, oh, I got, you know, this whole budgeting thing sucks. You know, I went there. This whole budget, we've paid off so much debt since July. It's amazing. And like the way we're going, it's going to happen. Like, I'm like, we're on our journey to debt free this year. It's going to happen. But guess what? Motivation is going to lack sometimes, and it's going to suck, and you got to embrace the suckage. And I was in scarcity, and I was right away ready to just throw it all away. This isn't working. And then what did I do? I took a deep breath, and this is the number one tool, and I want you to do it as well. practice gratitude. It is the first thing to bring you right back into abundance. It is the first thing to make you refocus on you. So if you are out there and you're comparing, okay, because comparison is obviously the thief of joy. If you're out there and comparing, I really hope that you went back and watched day 1, which was the whole unfollow. Yesterday I talked about posting on your own social media platforms, and if you're too afraid, then get those people off of your pages that you are too afraid to post in front of. Today is about honing in that abundance mindset. So I want you to flip the switch and get right into it. Go deep into your life. It's called conscious living. You're going to take a journal. And this is a tool that I gave to my women for my Self-Love Soldier seminars. So this summer I gave 3 seminars. I do want to give more. And I actually just recently had a few of them email me back telling me that this one exercise changed their life. So you grab a journal and write it, okay? So take 2 minutes to write. You can do it on your phone, but I like the process of writing. You're going to find 5 things to be grateful for. Now, let me tell you, sometimes you feel like there's not much to be grateful for. This is where you're going to take a deep breath and you're going to write that down. I am breathing. Do you know how lucky you are? You woke up. Sometimes that's all you're going to be able to write. I woke up. You know, I have a home. I have a roof over my head. I have socks on my feet. Like, sometimes it's not going to be the big grand things, and that's okay. It's not always supposed to be. You stay focused. This is what helps you get back into the conscious living of realizing you are abundant. And when you start writing that out, Gabrielle Bernstein talks about this. For anybody who's super like into her stuff, is amazing. I'm in the process of reading her book, Judgment Detox, and I saw a few of her webinars. She talks about how to bring yourself to a state of joy, and it's always through gratitude. So you simply start writing out that feeling. How does it make you feel? And I can tell you for a fact, when you get into that state of bliss, you're glowing. You're just on a high. It's awesome. Like, I can tell you, the last time that I did it was awesome. I was driving home from work because I'm on the road all the time. And the way that the sun was coming up was so beautiful. And I was like, oh, and I just said it out loud because obviously I couldn't write. Oh, I'm so grateful for this sky. I'm so grateful for the colors. And then you just write it out, and it feels so good inside. And I'm telling you, that's going to set you off in that abundance mindset about, it just changes your whole outlook for that day at least, right? It'll change your outlook, and it'll change the way you interact with other human beings that day. Guaranteed. Like this morning, I was in such a funk. I was not in a pleasant mood. Plus, it was a snow day, and I was not in a pleasant mood. But then after I reframed it, and I was like, listen, you know, how grateful am I to have a fridge? How grateful am I to have almond milk? How grateful am I to have my honey? Like, it's fine. You just write it out. It doesn't have to be big things. So what I want you to do, because I'm going to end this webinar now, this talk now, so I can go and take a shower, get ready for bed. What I want you to do is you're going to grab a journal. If you don't have a journal, grab some paper and a pen. And you're going to, tonight, before you go to bed, think of 5 things that you are grateful for today, and write that down. And I'd like you to keep that practice for the next 30 days. Then I want you to reach out to me and challenge me. Did anything in your life change? Just let me know. If it didn't, okay, that's fine. You didn't change anything, that's fine. If it did, cool, that's still fine. I want you to try this mindset switch, because too often we live in scarcity, and coming from a place of scarcity, it doesn't keep you in your power. So I want you to come from a place of abundance where you know that it's not a zero-sum world. It's actually, there's more where that came from, and you're going to celebrate other people's successes. You're going to cheer them on. They're going to cheer you on. You're going to like attracts like. Okay, so you're going to attract the people that you need in your life, and you're going to come to a place of gratitude, and you're going to show up differently in your world. So that is pretty much all I got for tonight. Again, do the homework. Let me know how it's going. 30 days. So if you don't want to do it at night, that's fine. Do it in the morning. but I like doing it at night. I like to just write down what I am grateful for, and it's pretty interesting. And when you go back and you reread it, it gives you good information, because there are days that are sucky, but when you start looking at it through the grand scheme of things, I mean, it's not as bad as we sometimes think it is, because sometimes our mindsets, they go more to the negative, and that's okay. It's reframing, retraining the brain. That's all it is. So have a good night, ladies. I don't know if there's questions. Can't see anything. But have a good night. Peace, love. See you tomorrow, day 6.